for CS61B Project 0, we did the gold points. Before we did the gold points, the project is basically an M-body simulator. At the end, we finish it, and then there are a bunch of bodies that will move around on the screen. But we think it's not very exciting because they're just like points moving around. So we thought it would be interesting to add a trace to these bodies. So here's a video demonstration of it. Yeah, as you can see, the many bodies that's forming a circle, as they go into the center, they will leave some trace behind. Yeah, so that's pretty cool.
All right, so forgot to do a self-introduction. My name is Mark. This is Che, and now I'll talk about the code part about this Go Points portion of the project. Well, I'll let this video play in the background.
So we wrote two new classes in Java, one of them being body extreme, the other one being n-body extreme. Both of them are natural extensions of the original versions. So I'll first talk about body extreme. I think the most interesting part of this new class is how we did the trace of each planet or each body. The first idea was that, well, we can simply not clear the canvas once we draw each frame. So we would get a trace after each planet. But the problem with this is that we can't clear out the trace once it's drawn. So it would just get longer and longer and then fill up the screen. It is very efficient though, because basically computationally it's the same as the previous version, if not simpler. The second idea is to make the trace disappearable. We can still make it infinite, but we can also make it fade as the planet moves on. So in this second idea, we would have, well, in fact, we had a linked list storing a certain number of previous positions of a given body. So that's body extreme. We also have n-body extreme class. It was it was not super fun to write because we had to refactor a lot of stuff in n-body class, because originally everything was in the main method. Pretty much all the logic was in the main method. So it was very hard to write another class that inherits it while retaining all the functionality without having to copy and paste code. So what we did was that we compartmentalized the main method into a bunch of smaller methods that also take some number of arguments to allow us to fine-tune their functionality according to our needs. I won't go too deep into this because this is very detail-oriented and not that interesting. We basically did a bunch of refactoring. That is pretty much it. Do you have anything to add, Trey?
I think that's pretty much it.
Okay, I'll see you next time or not. Bye.
No, bye.